I just want to see if I look crazy. I should sit up close while I talk to you. And go into my head, and go into my thoughts, my feelings, my reflections, my stupid wonderings, my curiosities, my complexities, my lightness, my darkness, my quietness, my loudness. I'm just still pretty quiet. Okay, so this is the best compromise I can come up with to still be able to record in the dark like I like, while you can almost see my face and like not be annoyed that you're just staring at like a dark screen, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so me and my aunt just got back from it was her last night here, and we went outside to smoke, and then I was like, we were looking at the stars, and I was like, oh, you think these are a lot of stars? And we like drove to this little spot. It used to be like a little strip where you could like all these cars could park. It was probably like a lover's lane place to get murdered or something, but no one really uses it that much anymore now, so we drove out to that. And then I just waited till all the cars like drove by, and we like ran out into the field. There's just this huge open plain where you can see like it's just literally plains in the mountains. We ran out there and we were staring at the stars. And we only did this for like 15, 20 minutes. We were listening to some Tame Impala. And I was just like, oh my god, this is amazing. And I told her like I like to stargaze and stuff like that. So she doesn't get to do that a lot where she lives, so she really enjoyed it, which is really cool. And then I was like, I should probably share that it's like even 15, 20 minutes outside, like away from like our artificial light, going out to like a field or like somewhere kind of dark where there's not as much lighting, and then just getting out of your car and like just staring at the sky, or laying in the grass and staring at the sky, just really spending time away from like all the things we've created and going back to what was already here can really change your day. Like, we were only out there for 15, 20 minutes, and I feel so much fucking better. And I miss that, like, it's been so cold that, like, I don't really go do it anymore because I hate being cold, and I'm always cold. But if you're somewhere warm every night, oh, hell yeah. I would, like, and when it is warmer, that's what I do, like, every night. That's where I am. I'd rather be outside at night than outside during the day. So if you're like me and you like to be in the dark and you just live in like a little den, then you should definitely try that, and I think you'd really enjoy it. But anyway, so what I really wanted to talk about was after I made that video the other day at the lake, and I was talking, or the mountains, or whatever you want to call it, and I was talking about how we need to spend more time out in nature and connecting back to that part of ourselves. After I finished doing that video, I was like, I hope that, this message is taken well, and I hope people really do start doing that, because it really does change your life. Like, it's not like, I know when people make it sound like, oh, that's so whatever, however they want to put a label on it. But it really is so good for your body. And so after that, after I finished the video, I started driving out, and I don't know if I'm going to add the clip in here or not, because it was like, I was so excited, I wasn't really recording very well, I'm sorry. But there was a coyote that literally was like right in front of my car, and it just walked right by, and I was like, is that a fucking coyote right now? It's technically pronounced coyote, but I don't want people to get annoyed if I keep saying coyote as I'm talking, so just know that it's pronounced coyote, and I know that, but I'm gonna say coyote for the sake of this video, and you being like, I hate how you're talking super normal the whole time and then you say coyote, because then it like totally, anyway, okay. So I saw this coyote and I got super excited because I was like, oh cool, I'm going to put that in the message that I make for the video. I'll be like, hey, by the way, I also saw a coyote, and I have a video about spirit animals and what they mean. And so since I had just made that video about people connecting more to nature and finding their foundations and stability this year, and then I saw the coyote after, I was like, that's supposed to be a part of the message. I'm supposed to share that too. I'm supposed to share that I saw a coyote. And I usually use this website called spiritanimals.com, with like a hyphen in between spirit and animals, but it kept saying that it was an unsecure site and they were trying to steal my information, so like I couldn't go on the website, and I was kind of getting annoyed because I was like, I click on that website to see what the message is that the coyote has for you, and then it has like the symbolism and if it's your spirit animal, etc., and so on. And so since I couldn't load it, I was getting annoyed, and I was like, you know what, let me not try and use the internet, and let me use my own deductive reasoning and my own brain. And so I kind of wanted to talk this out loud with you guys to see if you agree with me. So I saw this coyote, and I've never seen a coyote before, so it was already amazing for me, and it really meant a lot to me, and I was super fucking excited. But then I was like, okay, so if a coyote just came out, and I saw it for the first time right after that video, and I know that it's a sign, so I'm supposed to reflect on what the message the coyote has for the collective is. I was like, let me think about a coyote in general. So I was observing this coyote because I followed it. I kind of drove by it, and it was just walking through this field, and there was a whole herd of geese that were like sitting like not like a couple 100 feet from it, and I was like, why aren't the geese flying away? Why aren't they scared of the coyote? But then I realized the coyote wasn't even concerned about getting the geese. It kept trying to get something that was in the ground, but it kept like leaping onto the ground. But the geese were just sitting there not concerned about the coyote, and the coyote wasn't concerned about the geese because the coyote was smart enough to know there's no point in chasing a goose because it could just go fly away and it would waste its time and energy. So that made me already recognize that coyotes are more intelligent and more methodical in their approach to how they get tasks done, which I think is the message. Some of the message for us is to be more methodical in our approach about what things we really want to focus on and what will be a waste of our time. So stop chasing geese that are going to fly away and wasting your energy, and go for what you know will save you time. No, go for what you know it will be the most productive for your time spent, because your time is important, your energy is important. And I guess a coyote needs to know that, because it seems like coyotes kind of work alone or live alone. So they don't have anyone else to depend on to get food for themselves. They kind of have to get it all by themselves. So I'm guessing they're like, I can't waste any time chasing geese. If there was another coyote with me, hanging out with me, they could, do this, and I could try and chase a goose and just see, but they don't got time for that. So that was my first observation. And then I was thinking about the fact that coyotes are kind of like, because I saw someone walking their dog like as I was driving away, and I was like, I wonder what that dog would do if it saw the coyote. And that also made me realize that coyotes are in the genus or family or domain, whatever that little classification system is. They're still technically like dogs, but they are smart enough of a genus, species, whatever it's called, to not have been domesticated by humans. So that told me that coyotes do not bend to the laws of man. They don't go by anyone else's orders. They can't be tamed. They can't be broken, or, however, like you break a horse or, domesticate. They can't be domesticated. They're a wild dog. They're independent. They don't listen to anyone else. They don't take orders from anyone else because they're too smart for that. And so then that made me also recognize that's another message for us, that we need to be more independent. We need to spend more time not taking orders from other people, really not being domesticated, really going back to our own true nature and working off of that, because it works best for us. And honestly, I'd much rather be a free coyote than a domesticated dog, but that's just me. Not everyone's like that. Let's see, what else did I think about coyotes? Because this is something that I thought was interesting. Instead of using the website, I kind of just started thinking about the animal in general and what it was doing. And just from observing it, I learned a lot. So I'm guessing this is what people used to do too, is they would just sit and watch animals and be like, oh, I noticed this one does that and blah, blah, blah. But it was alone. It was working independently. It was conserving its energy and saving its time by going for resources that it knew it could get, versus trying to chase after something that wasn't logical for the amount of energy that it would cost. So I was kind of reflecting on this in my own personal life as well. But let's see, was there anything else about the coyote that I noticed? Mostly about independence, not being domesticated, conserving energy. It seemed, that was the last thing. Okay, I was tracking the coyote, and I recognized that it never turned around to go backwards. Its trail was always one straight line. It never stopped to go back and look for something again or turn around. It was only going literally in a straight line across the park. And I'll have to look more into this to see if that's actually how they travel. But for me, it seems like it makes sense just with their body and the way they hunt, that they don't turn back around or go back. And so that was also a reminder to me, and I hope for the collective as well, to keep going forward, to make sure that you don't waste time turning back around, looking for something over there. Just keep going straight. Just keep going, and whatever you need will be on that path. As long as you keep going forward, there will be other things along that path that you can utilize instead of going back to get something back there. It's most likely going to be on the road ahead in front of you as well. Okay. Is there anything else I wanted to say about the coyote? Oh, well, if you ever see an animal when you're out in nature, or you just are asking to speak with your spirit guides and you see an animal, you can check out that website I suggested, but I also suggest just sitting with your own brain and being what do I know about this animal? What can I infer about this animal? Etc. and so on, to see what messages you get. Because it's actually more fun that way, because it made me really use my like analytical skills that we don't really try to utilize that much anymore, because we can just Google everything. But yeah, move forward. Don't spend your time going back. Don't spend your time on little geese that are going to fly away. Don't waste your time on that. Work independently. Don't become domesticated. Be wild. Be free. Be like the coyote. Okay? Alright. I think that's all I'm going to say about them, because I didn't read anything else about them. I'm sure there's a lot of interesting stuff about them, so I'm going to look it up after I finish recording this video. And so, like I was saying, I almost made my 10-minute mark. I hope that you learned something interesting from this little tiny video just about going out in nature, spending time in nature, speaking to your spirit animals, really listening to the message that they have, because I feel like the message from the coyote is really relevant for all of us this year, is learning how to just be ourselves, our true nature, our true path, our true life, everything that goes within that, and not allowing others to try and domesticate us and make us be like all these other dogs, and we can just be ourselves, to really keep moving forward and not go back to 2019, not turn around and try and find something back there that is going to be on our path that we're using to go towards now. Really remembering that and not wasting time chasing little geese around that are just going to fly away, and conserving your energy and making it worthwhile, especially if you're working alone and you need to protect and conserve your energy and protect your path and your dreams and your goals and everything that is on that path for you. Alright, well, I hope you got a cool message from the coyote. I know I did. And I thought it'd be cool to share it, because I really want more people to do things out in nature and stuff like that. But anyway, okay. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day or night wherever you are. And I hope to see you out in nature sometime. Well, I guess I won't really see you, but, you know, I'll feel you in spirit, okay? Just go out, look at the stars. I'm high as a bitch right now. I'm so sorry. Like, for real. I did a different method of the flower than I'm used to. I'm just like, oh shit. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But anyway, have a nice day or night wherever you are. I really hope that you do. And I hope you go stand outside for like 15 minutes a day at night. I prefer nighttime. You can go out in the daytime too, but I just don't fucks with the daytime as much as I do nighttime. But anyway, alright. See you next time. Peace and love.